I'd like to say a few things about Whiplash, a movie I really enjoyed. I'm doing this video a few days after the Academy Awards, which honored Whiplash with 3 such awards, including film editing and Best Supporting Actor for J.K. Simmons, a really remarkable performance. A lot being written about Whiplash from the music community, from the music education community, and from the jazz community. People view it as kind of negative, how Whiplash is going to hurt jazz. And I couldn't disagree more. I don't think that, number one, Whiplash is a jazz movie. It really doesn't purport to be, present jazz history or even jazz musicians. And I don't really think it's a music education movie, although it does take place in a music education program. But this is a drama. It is not reality. What takes place in the film could never happen in real life. Now, what happens in the film that's successful is that there's a protagonist, an antagonist. They're pretty equally matched, and they butt heads. And the outcome is that one emerges victorious. This is a form of drama that goes all the way back to the Greeks. It's not a reality show. This is not Keeping Up with the Kardashians or some phony battle on TV. This is a story, a drama. People are taking it a little too seriously. And this is not a drama that was designed to entertain the jazz community, the music community, but the general public. So this idea that people are going to think this is the way jazz musicians are, or this is the way music education is, that's ludicrous. Look what happens in this film. There's a very, very tough instructor, a tough teacher, a tough band leader who abuses emotionally and physically a student. That would never happen in real life. Maybe 50 years ago, 75 years ago. It's quite different now. Universities, music programs, and music schools and high schools have very strict standards. You can't abuse people. They'd never get away with that. That could never happen. It's the idea that people see that in any way connected to real life, I don't think so. And the fact that some jazz musicians are mentioned in the film, namely Buddy Rich and Joe Jones, where the instructor says, oh, why don't you check out Buddy Rich and Joe Jones? And that infamous story of Joe Jones throwing a cymbal at Charlie Parker. Yeah, that's mentioned, but that's part of the story of this film, because the instructor does that same thing, throws, in this case, a chair at the student. Would that happen in real life? No, but this is a drama. Dramatic elements are a heightening of reality. That's why they do that. That's what captures the audience. That's what keeps the audience interested. The film has been seen by a lot of people. Now, if I went and I did a documentary about jazz education, yeah, it might draw an audience, but not a very big one, because it's not a drama. There are no stakes. In this case, the stakes are there's a young man who wants to be great, who wants to be famous. It's kind of a life and death thing for him. He's driven to do that. That's not a documentary, that's a drama. I also like the use of percussion in the film. The coordination of the editing and the percussion I thought was quite interesting. I like the acting. I don't think it's a great film, but I think it's a damn good one. And I know from people who are not music fans who have seen it, they liked it. So I don't agree with this negativity about Whiplash. I think it's a fine film. It's not a jazz film. It's not a film about music education. But it does use a percussion in kind of an intriguing way. And there's another film, actually the best film of the year, according to the Academy Awards, Birdman. Antonio Sanchez did an incredible job creating a soundtrack, a percussion soundtrack for the film. It was not recognized by the Academy Awards, but anyone who sees that film goes inside of that percussion soundtrack because it's very integral to the structure of the film and how the film moves. And Antonio Sanchez, I salute you. Great work.